the pool. First, I backwash the filter, and I already did all that. And I backwash it while lowering the water. You know, I actually don't. I like to put the cover on first before I lower the water. Believe it or not, it makes it easier to get the cover on. So now the filter stopped. It's only tickling now. But I lowered the level a lot. And sometimes I leave this on the winterized position. Sometimes I just leave it at filter, because I've had that thing get locked up on me over the winter. But I backwashed, and as I'm backwashing, I shake the diatomaceous earth filter. You probably shouldn't do that, but I do it, and it gets it until the water is clean. But I flooded this area out. But nevertheless, I'm going to take out that bottom screw. I get all the water out of the filter, make sure everything's out of there. I also take all this stuff off. I put all the screws and hardware in there, in this filter hose. I take the little drain plug out of there. Sometimes I add some non-toxic antifreeze just to trickle through here. And these pipes fill up when it rains. I mean, that's almost the level of my pool. So if it rains enough, the water will come up through the bottom skimmer. I don't care how good your valves are. It'll work its way up there. I haven't had a problem yet, but I mean, I try my best to cork it up, and I put some of that non-toxic antifreeze in there down to negative 100 degrees. I mix it in there. Hopefully that'll clear it. But this is a good point. I put the gizmachis in the skimmer. Now, there's no water in these skimmers. I lowered the level enough. I put the gizmachi in. I blow it out with a vacuum. I get all the air out of there. And then I put the gizmachi in. But you know what? They're not airtight either. As soon as it rains and the rain goes through this cover, it'll fill up that pipe. But I put the pool noodles. I rip up the old pool noodles. They're only good for a year or two anyway. I fill up that whole thing with noodles. So if you do get ice that builds up in there, you won't get the cracked thing. You won't get a crack on it. See, there's no water in there. See, and listen, you can hear it leaking. Hear it? Look, see it's sucking in? See that thing bubbling already? Look, it's not tight. You know? I mean, I guess I could put more Teflon tape around there. I don't even care. I let the water go in the pipes. It's not going to freeze that deep anyway. What is that, 2 feet? It's not going to freeze that low anyway. So I rip up the pool noodle and I stuff it in there. So if you do get ice in there, it won't be strong enough to crack your housing, which to me is important. So that's a good point that I do. So if anything of a tip you'll get from me, the only big tip you're going to get is keep your water. I didn't even tighten up this cover yet. I'm going to adjust it all up and get it tight. But you put the cover on with the water level high. It makes it easy to pull it off. Then as I start, I also vacuum the pool first. I make sure there's no leaves, nothing down there. I don't even do winter chemicals. And then I backwash the diatomaceous earth out, and I let that lower my level. I get my level down. I blow out the lines, even though they're going to refill anyway. I pour some of that, a gallon in each pipe, which I don't even have to do, but I pour that in there of the non-toxic antifreeze. I put that down there. So if water does go in there, hopefully maybe it'll mix. Who knows what it'll do. And then I put the noodles in there. So if the water freezes, it won't shatter. So if anything, you got the noodles from me, the noodle idea. Hope that helps somebody winterize a pool. It's a good idea, jamming the noodles in there.